Well, hi, good morning. Let's talk about the markets here. Now, I've returned after a few days. Now, we are actually talking here on the video after almost 4 or 5 days. Now, yesterday was my birthday, so perhaps let me start actually by covering from yesterday and then let's cover all the 3 and 4 sessions at one go. Now, what we saw yesterday was the market breadth was slightly weak. The volumes actually were near normal. So there was nothing to be worried about the volumes. But then again, market breadth was not looking that great. Sector spread in terms of the big gainers and losers were, that is not actually showing you any signs of major participation. In fact, I was looking at the auto stocks, auto index, and that's telling me that they actually are breaking down 2 to 4% more, and then basically we'll be talking about breaching of some serious critical support levels. Now, does it tell us that we actually are seeing some major signs of correction? So far, no. The positions actually are telling us that 9800 10,000 is the range right now the market is working with, but I would think the market is already below 9800. So actually, there is much higher risk of 9550 9600. Those levels could come if we don't see any major participation from Reliance Industries. Now, that stock basically would be in focus for the next 1 week, primarily because of Jio phone launch, pre-orders, and then deliveries being started. So, if that stock is able to cover 100 rupees from here, that could provide some sort of support to the markets. Apart from that, HDFC is looking very good in terms of the accumulation. So, HDFC Twins, perhaps some sort of hope there, and Reliance Industries again. Those three stocks could really move the markets. Next question comes is how the bank's looking. Bank Nifty 500 points plus and minus. We are actually near very important support level of 23,800. That goes off 20,300 comes in. 24,450 would be the next higher resistance level. Now those are technicals. What about fundamentals? No major Qs, no participation, no major NPA resolutions. You can talk about the ROS and SR, but then again, there's already known in the market, so no major trigger here. And CLT, nothing major is happening thick and fast. So right now you have 2 months where you're going to struggle with the Qs. Advanced tax numbers are the only one which are going to actually provide some sort of Qs here. So perhaps lack of Qs, supportive global Qs, Asia Qs are looking good. So, and also the metals, you can argue that yeah, metal stocks, they have seen some sort of profit booking, but overall fundamentally commodity prices, they are holding out at the current levels. Zinc is actually advancing, is trading much higher than $3,100. So you can say that perhaps metal stocks could not be giving you that sort of good directional trade because they already are trading at higher levels. But just be cognizant that the second quarter is going to be looking very good for metal stocks fundamentally. In terms of what could be actually really looking good, I think DHFL was showing good signs of accumulation. They won housing. Then again, HDFC, that was actually showing good signs. Bata again, that actually was seeing good accumulation. So perhaps Tech Mahindra also. These are the four stocks which you could really keep in mind the way they were showing on trends. Now, again, some more pointers here over the last 3 and 4 sessions. Some levels which actually I was thinking is very important is 9950. That level now becomes the near-term top and a very important resistance to cross. So until and unless you actually really see a huge participation and that will be taken out, the near-term upside basically is looking quite capped for this month. And then we moved actually towards Fortis Healthcare, where Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, he has picking up some stake through his family. Ms. Rekha Jhunjhunwala, and that's actually where the stake has gone. So perhaps Fortis could be in action. One stock which is largely depending on the M&A and which has been in the pipeline for many months. So perhaps till the time M&A doesn't happen, at least this stake pickup could be positive for the stock. Again, GSPL, Gujarat State Petronet, that stock has seen a very sharp upgrade from the brokerages. So keep that stock in your radar. Overall, I think Infosys, I think, should again remain in action. Now, you would think basically the stock is an IT stock, is not a high growth stock, but it's really basically a stock which just keeps on growing in terms of revenue growth. So there is a limit to how much stock can fall. We know TCS, Infosys, Wipro, then again all these stocks are still tech. So except Infosys, all the stocks they had announced their buybacks and they are still trading below the buyback price. So it's not about 1150 which is important, but I would think whatever the stock has fallen because of institutional selling, I think there will be a time when the stock will start recovering back. So maybe 950,000 that price is going to come again just because of the buyback. So my guess would be near term you should be worried because what is happening in the company's management transition. In terms of stock price, perhaps there would be a flow. So where that floor could be, I think that will be decided over the next 7 or 10 days once the selling starts slowing down. But then eventually I think the price should see some upside, and that's my actually guess, because the IT business is like that. You continuously generate cash, so that will again percolate back into the company and the fundamentals, and you will start seeing some sanity coming back into the stock. So I think that's all what we are looking for the day. Tech Mahindra, Bata, HDFC, and as we talked about, these stocks basically are looking, and also DHFL. So these stocks are actually showing good signs of accumulation. Keep close eye on them. In addition to GSPL and Fortis Healthcare, those stocks basically have seen very good actions in terms of either bull deal or stake pickup or brokerage upgrades. So that's from my side, and I'm going to stay in touch with you. Just keep posting any question if you have. Take care.